gonna tell you something, black man, you better watch these stinking Africans, man. Right. And they know you not the same people.
So where does all this anti-African rhetoric come from? Because their forefathers identified themselves as Ethiopian Hebrews. 1936 letter. So here's a 1936 letterhead, the Royal Order of Ethiopian Hebrews. So let's go to the next slide. They can't say I'm making it up. So here we see is a membership card of the Royal Order of Ethiopian Hebrews, SNDOC, 30 West 129th Street, Rabbi W.A. Matthew. Because this is the guy who's the father of this community that we see today. Very important stuff when you go research. Don't find out who these people are. Let's go to the next slide. Wow, here we go with a death certificate. When this man died, the father of the Hebrew groups that say they are anti-African, God doesn't love Africans, where on the death certificate does it tell us that the creator of this doctrine came from? Stinky old African. He comes from Lagos, Nigeria. Let's look at it. Rabbi, right? This is his death certificate. Whitworth, Matthews. This is the guy. This is your creator of your Israelite movement that hates Africans, who was part of the Ethiopian Hebrews. But they hate Africans, though.
Wow.
How do you hate Africans and the man that created the doctrine is from Nigeria, Africa? This is his death certificate. The creator of their doctrine was born in Nigeria. So let's go to the next slide. That thing we saw earlier when it was Ethiopian Hebrews, it's an Ethiopian Hebrew lodge. Masons under white folks.
Wow.
This is not my mail, this is his. So we go to the next slide. This is very interesting because the whole time we thought it was a Hebrew temple, it was a Masonic lodge, and he got raised by a pale white man. And now we see their new symbol today looks mighty like the compass and square. And we see two swords going through it, which is symbolic of the Royal Ark in Freemasonry. And now it's in this symbolism today, the Israelite school of the universal practical knowledge. The swords that are being seen right here are reflective of the Royal Ark degree in Freemasonry. So there's no coincidence with all of this. Because if you put a little line here and a little line here, you're going to wind up what they call a Magen David.
The Star of David, where does that symbol come from?
It's never written explicitly in the Bible itself.
Is it in the Talmud? Perhaps. Is there a passage in the Bible about that or no?
No.
Okay. So you're not really sure exactly where that comes from?
No. You got me.
Does it nobody knows,
Yeah,
huh?
I don't know. I'm not, yeah.
Because I know it's called the Star of David.
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with David?
No, I don't think so.
In Amos, God said, you took up for yourself the star, that's the sixth one, the star, of your God, called Remphan or Kiyun. All these were names for Moloch, the great Baal, the great fire god, who was the devil. You get back to the Masonic fraternity of Freemasonry.
Yeah.
Their great symbol is G. You'll look at the star on the compass, which is a stylized Star of David. In fact, they have the entire Star of David in many Masonic temples. Why is that? Masonry is a study of Judaism and of the Kabbalah.
The Jewish Tribune newspaper, on October 28, 1927, stated, "Freemasonry is based on Judaism. Eliminate the teachings of Judaism from the Masonic ritual, and what is left?"
So we see this nice little Magen David, 6-point star, as some was known. 1979, Rabbi Matthew passes. New leadership also name change from Royal Order to Israelite Rabbinical Academy. So they didn't wind up changing the name. Now they're Israelites.
Those who turn to Jewish traditions to augment their spiritual lives in actuality are turning to Pharisaism. Jewish scholars admit the fact that modern Judaism is Pharisaism. Pharisaism became Talmudism.
So we see who got their hands all in this, Israelite culture. So then later, as eternal strife for commandment keepers will culminate, obviously, the direction causes problems, early separation from commandment keepers by Rabbi Abba Bivens. Abba Bivens will eventually create School of the Torah, Old Testament. Abba Bivens will be critically beaten and named Ariah, Yaakov, and Peter Sherrod, who said he came in a personage of King David leaders. Ariah will change teachings of Abba Bivens by adding Messianic New Testament, thereby forming what you know today is the ISUPK, the ICUPK, your Alliance of Israel, your AOC, and all the other people that exist, the ICIU and all that. Spin-off camps.
Numbers 15. The Lord said to Moses,
"Speak to the people of Israel and tell them to make tassels on the corners of their garments throughout their generations, and to put a cord of blue on the tassel of each corner."
Deuteronomy 22.
It says, "You shall make tassels on the four corners of the clothing." This word for tassels is different. It's not tzitzit, it's gedalim. And it means twisted threads. And so it's in the sense of twisting. And so when you're looking at a tunic, we know that tunics often would have four corners, and here is a photo of a tunic. But you'll notice here that there's one corner, there's the other, and you can kind of see this other corner behind it, and they even have these tassels hanging down on each corner. The Katan Tali had this opening for the head so that you could wear it over your shoulders.
A lot of the founding of America was based on Moorish science. So again, Masonry is based on Moorish science. So they would have these Moorish advisors around them. If you look at old paintings of George Washington, you will see George Washington standing next to a black man with a turban. And remember, when you see the black man with the turban, that's a Moor, that's not a slave. See, people automatically assume that black is slave, but slaves didn't wear no turbans. Because remember, slaves weren't allowed to practice no Islam or any other kind of religion except Christianity.
Moorish Science Temple of America. Founded in Newark, New Jersey, in 1913 by Timothy Drew, known to followers as Noble Drew Ali and also as the Prophet. Drew Ali taught that all blacks were of Moorish origins but had their Muslim identity taken away from them through slavery and racial segregation. Noble Drew Ali wrote, "Black Americans were actually Asiatics who descended from the Moabites." Teachings of Noble Drew Ali from the Moorish Questionnaire, better known as the Moorish 101. Number 5. Who is Noble Drew Ali? He is Allah's Prophet. 17. What is our religion? Islamism. Number 87. In all reality, what is a Negro? A Negro is a four-legged animal. 88. What is meant by the word black? Black, according to science, means death. 90. What does Ethiopia mean? Ethiopia means something divided. 91. Can a man be a Negro, black, colored, or Ethiopian? No. 94. Will you define the word white? White means purity. Purity means God, and God means the ruler of the land. The Nation of Islam grew out of the contested succession to Drew Ali and became a separate organization in Detroit in 1932. In addition to the main body of Freemasonry derived from the British tradition, there are now a number of appendant groups which draw their membership from the higher degrees of Freemasonry.